this week's vlog.
Thank you for watching this week's vlog. Please like, share and subscribe.
To Wilson's World.
So we're having chili.
I'm not gonna.
Is it good, babe?
I'm not gonna pass it
Yeah,
off
very good.
as my own until I've tried.
I've got my hot sauce from Noz,
And I've got my
Red Hots.
wine.
From La Jeunesse.
I hope it's better than your tea bags.
They went wine
Hey.
tasting with us, didn't
Go
they?
2 bags, no 2 bags.
Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday today and I have a lot to do. I have some translating work that I need to get started on. Remy's had a lovely morning, but he's now keen for some cuddles, I think. We had a lovely time last night. Cath and Mark came over and we had chili. Obviously, Mum's still here and it was really nice. This evening, we have our OFII health check. Now, I mentioned this last week and I think I mentioned part of the health check should include a chest x-ray, which is very bizarre. Not something I think they'll be able to do at the GP, the doctor's surgery. In fact, I know they won't. I'll be interested to find out what that entails. Also, Leon's had some more work come through, as have I, which is very exciting. So Leon's just got some carpentry jobs lined up, including a job that he quoted last week, which is over near Amay, which, if you don't know, is very popular with expats. There's a lot of Brits living over that way. So he needs to get on with that really this week. And I've had a request come through for a wedding in May in Cath, which is actually south of Toulouse. And I haven't been advertising my bridal hair and beauty work really, not as much as I have the nail side of my business, but I am a bridal hair and makeup artist. Not that you could tell from looking at me this morning. But yes, I decided I'd start advertising to do a bit of that. I've got all the kit, but I just haven't used it in a while. So that'll be interesting to see if that comes off. I need to log in and pay Leon's taxes, which I'm going to do with Cath at some point this week. So I'm just waiting on my paperwork now. The other news that I forgot to mention is that Boulanger got in touch about the hob. So obviously at the weekend we had a malfunction and it pretty much blew up. Not loudly, but it switched off, tripped the fuse, put the fuse back on, and it switched on one more time, only this time smoke came out from underneath. So, and it stank, you know, that acrid electric wiring burning smell. Hopefully you don't know because it's really disconcerting. But anyway, if you know it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So after that, it just wouldn't turn on at all. So I contacted them. A technician rang yesterday. He was meant to come and take a look at the hob and, I don't know, repair or whatever. Anyway, he rang up and he's like, does it turn on? When you turn it on, what happens? Did smoke come out? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just get a replacement then. He could not be bothered to come here, I'm telling you now. So anyway, I thought, whatever. Rang Boulanger to cut a story. It's been replaced. But they don't have that same model in stock, so I've got to pick something else, which might be tricky because we've already cut a hole in the worktop to put it there. So it needs to be the same size. So that was a bit of a mad dash because I was not very prepared. So I hadn't printed off the documents till literally just now. And then as I got in the car, I noticed that it said, after verifying the person's identity. So I thought, oh, we're gonna need our passports. And I thought briefly about, oh, well, we'll have our driving licenses, but I've tried to use that before as ID in France and they don't like it. So we went back for the passports. Mad dash over and we've got about 10 minutes to spare.
10 minutes.
So we're just headed to our local GP because this form that we were sent doesn't say anything about the chest x-ray that we're meant to have. So I don't know if we'll get referred by the GP to have that done elsewhere, but they certainly will not have an x-ray machine at the doctor's surgery.
Might do.
I don't think so. We'll see anyway. This is the doctor's surgery. Just quickly, now that we're parked up, this is the form. So they're both the same, mine and Leon's. So yeah, just a quick little medical really. So we left Cath in charge of making dinner and it was a lovely dinner. However, she was kind enough to leave us Bit of gravy granules.
I didn't look when I was sprinkling
Bisco
it in.
gravy granule.
When I was sprinkling it in, I didn't see it. I know we should have used it now because we were a little bit short.
We're a bit short of gravy, and that is probably going to provide about a teaspoon.
I wouldn't even do that. Oh,
That's a sad day, though, the end of the Bisto gravy. No. So, we have a missing person tonight.
Hey, look at the dinner. This is what he could have had. Look at that, eh?
This is one good one.
Toad in tulle.
Aye. With
Onion gravy.
with a bit of mash, some vegetables.
Broccoli and carrots. and
For dessert,
what I made earlier.
she did in fact make that, ladies and gentlemen. You're not covering up barcode enough, love.
Peach tart pêche almond. Yeah, this is less price than the cauliflower.
Do you mean cheaper? This is less price than cauliflower.
It was €4.
Yeah.
€4.90.
Isn't it more share
Yeah,
for less pricey?
yeah. Cath's just too French for
One
her own good.
per
French.
chou-fleur.
Hey, we.
Baby?
I forgot what it was called.
Good morning, lovely people. It is Wednesday and I'm doing a run today that I've been putting off for about 6 months. I'm meeting a friend just down the road here. There's a little village and there's some nice trails and flat places to go running. So we're easing ourselves in. It's the beginning of February. My January resolutions got off to a really good start, but I don't like to start everything in January. It's a bit overwhelming. So I've been pacing myself. So exercise is definitely entering the picture for February. Medical yesterday. It was crazy, really. So our doctor's pretty slow at seeing people. So if you have... Oh, hang on, I've got to take a picture of that. Yeah, our doctor's pretty slow at getting through his patients, so we were booked in for 6:15 but didn't get seen till 7:15. But I'm not kidding you, I spent 2 minutes max in that doctor's surgery once we were with him, and he filled out the paperwork. Do you have any contagious diseases? No. Are you taking the medication? No. Do you have any other illnesses? No. Signed and stamped. So I need to click on the link that they sent me just to see if I have to post that or whether I can just send a scanned copy back to the OFII. And then I don't know if that's all I have to do. I've mentioned before that there used to be a requirement for a chest x-ray, but things change all the time, so maybe that isn't required anymore. So we shall see, but it was very straightforward, nothing to be worried about. Obviously, I don't know how it would feel if you were ill. That's a consideration. But Leon and I are very fortunate that we have good health. And in fact, we talked about that before we moved, because going on private healthcare cover and not being covered by the state is quite a weird feeling when you've only ever known that. Makes you realise what people go through, like in the States. Not having cover, you take it so for granted. And I know that the NHS has its flaws, but like my dad was cared for by the NHS, and aside from a few hiccups, they were phenomenal. So yeah, mustn't take that for granted. And it was a bit nerve-wracking, but so far we're in good health, so that's good. So as I said, meeting my friend for a run. My hands are dying here because they're exposed. I need to put them in my pocket. But it's a glorious day. I'm happy that I'm alive. And I'm so grateful that I have friends to meet up with. Mum's staying. I'm going to have lunch with Mum and Cath. And Leon's happy. And this sort of weather, I'm just like, wow, I live in France. I live in France. How exciting is that? So, it's a good day. It's a very, very good day, people. Have a fabulous day wherever you are. And yeah, it's a good day. So we've come out for lunch today, and I've happened to park outside Fran's services, which people mentioned in a vlog a few weeks ago. Basically, Fran's pay civil servants to help you fill out paperwork, and this is where you find those civil servants. So if you're having problems, you can come here. So, you know the history of Monflanken better than I do. Tell us about Edward of Woodstock.
Edward the Black,
Black
Prince.
Yeah. He had his house here, but why?
Because the English owned Aquitaine through Eleanor of Aquitaine, who married into the British royal family. So in the 1360s, all of Aquitaine was English.
Uh-huh. And he had his house here, yeah?
Yes, his headquarters.
We'll show you that. And that's the house where he lived. Incredible, that. The English actually built the arcade towns that you see in this region. It was like fortified towns and villages, and they all were built on like a square centre. His is the best, isn't it? He overlooks the whole square. And so much of this is just original. I mean, how old is that? That predates Tudor England.
Oh, yes. By 200 years at least.
So we've come out today to the creperie, one of our favourite places.
She's there.
Aye, aye, here comes Madame Wilson from Wilson's World. Oh, bye-bye. Don't know where...
Those crispy chips.
Nice.
Warmest jacket.
And do you want to tell them, or shall I?
No,
So
I'm not
Mum
confessing to that.
went to the loo, came back, threw herself down in her chair and smacked her head on this. As I'm telling it, I feel like maybe you had to be there.
She's a very unfeeling child.
and
Might put her up for adoption.
the acoustics were just chef's kiss. It was so loud, bong. And then we thought it was the first aid cupboard, which made me howl with laughter. But it turned out it was the electricity box. But it was funny because there was a warning label on it saying electricity, with this person that was clearly meant to be being electrocuted, but it looked a bit like Mum had. Oh, Cath had just left. She was very sad to miss it. Cath did me a favour because I'd ordered a dessert. And while we were waiting is when Mum had her little accident. But anyway, she took the car down for the control technique, which is
The MOT.
yeah, French MOT, and you have to have that to register your vehicle here to import it. Well, me being me, did not realise you had to have like the V5 document and the logbook and I don't know whatever else. Anyway, it hasn't been a wasted journey because we had lunch and I got to watch Mum bang her head on a cupboard, but...
You see that? There's a long drop at the other side. And it'd be funny if somebody fell over it.
If you're watching this vlog and I'm no longer here, you know what happened. Mum pushed me over the edge. So means we have to make a new appointment. Where's the car's here. So we're going to go swap cars and make a new appointment. This is the view from the top of Monflanken. What does?
Tree. Look, it's a long drop.
Yeah, there's Biron. I feel like... Oh, it looks so small on the horizon, but it's quite big actually. And then this sign says something about the Chateau de Bonnegil. Oh, right, it's hidden behind the...
It's the other side of Fumel.
Don't even mention Biron on there. Where am I
Because you're
then?
looking,
Oh,
you're looking
right.
towards Bonnegil.
So Bonnegil is behind that. Haven't shown the viewers Bonnegil yet, but...
Nobody wants it.
Cleo's gone to great pains to bring me a gift. But Cleo, I don't want that. Oh, 2 birds in 1 week, this cat. She's just relentless. Go and eat him elsewhere. I bet Remy's well jealous. Look at him over there. Oh, Cleo, go on. Away with you. She's not quitting. Oh, she's meowing and everything. I'm sorry, but no, you can't bring that in here. Mum reckons it's probably got rigor mortis by now. She's been hanging around that long. So Leon and I are very happy bunnies. We just had a result, didn't we? A win. Obviously, I told you guys at the weekend that the hob pretty much blew up. But the dimensions of the hob are a bit strange because it's 75 centimetres in width, which isn't sort of standard. Obviously, the standard small ones and then the really large hobs. The lady from the store in Agen has been ringing me to try and get an update this evening. I rang her and just said, unless I can get that same Electrolux hob, I just don't think we're going to do it. She's like, look, because you did such a big order, which by the way, we literally only bought the hob, the rest of it was Cath and Mark's stuff. Thank you, Cath and Mark. She said, because you made such a big order, we will swap it for a more expensive hob, but with the same dimensions. So she sent me 2 to look at, and we decided to go for the LG one. So they're gonna come pick up the old hob and install the new one on Monday. Leon, thankfully, didn't get rid of the side pieces, the offcuts, so he's just like fixed them back in and put the old hob back. So anyway, good day and great result. Do you need any more?
Sugar, eggs and butter.
Fancy seeing you here. Mark's bought a beer keg for his new beer machine.
Well, Janet bought it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Mum bought it.
Yay.
And we didn't have the right beer keg, did we?
We do now. Right, here goes. There could be beer everywhere. Go for it, yeah, just push it down, yeah?
Push it down firmly.
Can you imagine? I need to do my naans. I've turned the blooming stove on. So that's, oh my word, that's lemon meringue pie filling. That's the base of the curry. That's the Peshwari naan filling. And these are my lovely baby naans.
Oh, I think that means turning over.
Look how good they look.
Oh, have you done a peshwari?
So you just put a teeny tiny bit and then you create a little parcel. That's it. What?
You didn't got persuaded, did you?
You should open your own restaurant, Sarah.
I should. Oh, why did you film me when I had my first failure? There's a little leakage here.
It's poof. It's going to explode. Save yourself.
You know what it is? It's the steam coming out.
You're very easily pleased, Catherine. Anyway,
That's why I'm married.
Married you.
we're just waiting for the beer to get down to 3 degrees. It started at 15, it's now 9.
Oh, really?
So Cath's cooking a family favourite pudding. So we've got a pastry casing.
So we have sugar, eggs, lemon juice, lemon rind, corn flour and water. And that can go in the pastry case, Casa. I used the whizzy thing of the lemon meringue base. Very glossy, lemon meringue. Do I think keep? Oh no, it is really flat.
So, 16 Peshwari naans there. Oh, can't wait to. I don't know, Mum, maybe not for 5. And the boys are playing sequence. Let me see your cards.
Mark's desperate to beat me.
I've only got 3 jacks.
Oh, it's hard life.
I'm fighting the good fight.
No, Pavlova's better.
It's a little bit flat.
Oh, wow. Hi guys, it's Sunday and we are spending the afternoon doing a variety of different things. So we're heading to Mark and Cath now to help them. They need to run some wiring at the house and they need some extra hands. So Leon and I are heading over there. I've got like a black thing on my face. And then it's cooking because we're at a friend's house for dinner tonight and I've decided I'm going to be super ambitious. It's a curry night, so I'm going to do a curry, make some naan breads and a key lime pie. And I've managed to do it so that we help Cath and then she's going to come back with me and help. Leon's just about to take the compost.
It's amazing how much compost you get when you've got guests. And,
Yeah.
You don't just have the luxury of putting it in a bin anymore.
Let's show you what's filled up.
That's about 5 days. It goes in here and then it gets decanted into there, and then
Yeah.
I take it down and put it in the... Because the previous owners, or maybe your dad, had a little vegetable garden down there. So it's about a minute's walk away.
A minute's walk in the far distance of the property.
All right.
But that's 5 days, that whole thing.
But it'll all get broken down by worms and things.
We have done a lot of like entertaining
a lot of
and
cooking, it's
cooking and
nice.
stuff.
And then Remy wants to get out too. Get my wellies on.
Had some interesting comments on the vlog last week. People who seem to think that I don't speak French and like to lecture me about it. Donc j'ai décidé de fermer la vidéo cette semaine pour parler un petit peu en français. On a aussi quelques gens qui regardent nos vidéos chaque semaine. Ils sont français, donc c'est bien de parler dans leur langue. Et bien sûr, si on est en France, il faut parler français. Donc c'est pour cette raison-là que j'ai décidé de fermer la vidéo comme ça. Je veux vous dire, laissez un like si la vidéo a vous plu. Et ensuite, cliquez sur le bouton de s'abonner à la chaîne. On fait beaucoup de vidéos, une vidéo chaque semaine au même temps. Donc c'est les vendredis à 9h. Et c'est par rapport à notre vie en France, mais aussi le procès de faire une application pour un visa de long séjour et de travailler comme les auto-entrepreneurs. Donc c'est un peu compliqué. Et bien sûr, tout a changé depuis le Brexit. Donc c'est un peu casse-pied, mais on veut vous montrer tout. Bien sûr, si vous avez les plans à l'avenir de venir, donc ça vous sert à préparer si vous voulez déménager en France dans le futur. Voilà, donc c'est tout ce que je veux vous dire. Et voilà, ça sert à une preuve, on peut dire que oui, je parle français. Je ne dis pas dans tous mes vidéos, mais voilà, des gens, ils pensent que je parle pas. Ils me disent, il faut parler français en France. Oui, je comprends, je parle français. Hein. Moi, j'ai fait mon éducation en France de 9 ans jusqu'à 18 ans. Et donc, le procès de s'intégrer dans la vie française, la culture, etc., moi, j'ai fait dans mon enfance. C'est Léon qui essaye d'apprendre la langue pour la première fois.
Ben oui.
So that's that. I thought I'd give you a little, I don't know, taste of the French I speak to...
Oh, ma femme parle français très bien. J'ai appris le français.
This was Leon's idea. I read him out this comment and I'm like, these people, they're mean to me. Learn French, get a job.
Learn to speak French.
But otherwise go home. And he's like, right, this week you've got to close the vlog and do it in French. So there you are.
Oh, let me just clean. Hang on a minute.
We are working with the air conditioning pipes. Only this time it's for Mark and Catherine.
And these are quite stiff. They come in rolls, we have to unroll them, but you can tell from this they're not exactly flexible. So you kind of bend them as you need to. So it's like a feed push, otherwise you end up wrecking plasterboard and things. And I want to say, don't the working ladies look nice?
We're the working ladies.
Desperate Dan.
Right,
Was
go
it
on,
your
Sarah.
14th? Oh, I'm coming. Bye.
And then between the three of us, we'll just get towards you. And I'll go up high with it, and then drop down into the hole. Instead of coming underneath here, Leon, and then trying to drop into the hole, I'm bending it too much then, I think. Yeah, and then Sarah over here.
Here.
Yeah, so you're feeding the pipe to me.
Okay. Do I want any what?
Soil.
You haven't got much yourselves. Don't feel you have to give us any. That'll be only just enough for the 3 tomato plants I have.
No, we ain't got 3 tomatoes. We've got lemon. Fraises.
Speak.
Nous avons beaucoup de fraises pour l'été. Oui, parce que nous aimons beaucoup les fruits rouges.
Oh, very nice.
Les fraises.
Keep saying the same words, Cath.
What's raspberry?
No, she's doing the French thing of the oui,
donc.
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 Et alors, oui, voilà, c'est ça comme ça. That cannot be taught. You've either got it, the little je ne sais quoi. Or you don't.
Ouais.
Je ne sais pas. Je ne parle pas le français.
Yes, you do.
Oui, je parle un petit peu. Je voudrais un grand bière, s'il vous plaît. J'ai soif.
Oh, very good.
J'ai besoin
J'ai faim.
d'une grande bière pour moi. Et les frites. Merci beaucoup. Tu es très gentil, monsieur. Le Cleo est un verre chouette. Un oiseau. Il parle avec moi dans mon portable.
Aussi, le chien de notre voisin, il est très, très gentil, très
Sympa.
agréable.